this is our interior fencing system. Most of the place on the farm, it's comprised of 4 strand of electric fencing only. These are set at heights that are good for our animals, so our sheep and goats are mainly using these 2 lines. They're kind of at nose height, the younger ones and the older ones, and the lower lines keep the pigs in and out of different fencing areas. We've paddocked off the interior of our farm to approximately 20 different paddocks, each of about 1 acre in size. We find that's a good size to move most of our animals through, rotating them in a day or 2 in each paddock. A little bit about the components of the interior fencing, and some of it is overlapping with the exterior fencing too. So we use all, as we mentioned before, galvanized T-posts everywhere. This includes our corner braces. So this is a diagonal brace built out of all metal posts. We use wedge lock components. We can go over that in a bit more detail, but that actually is an aluminum component that clips onto the T-posts. There's a system up here, and there's a system down at the bottom end that will create this wedge shape and the brace to keep this from pulling over when we tension up these lines. Speaking of tensioning, we use gripples to do all of our tensioning. This is a one-way cam action device, so the wire slips in, it wraps around the post, and then grips back onto it. And there's this tool, again, we'll show you later, of how to actually tension this piece. We use a few different types of insulators on these lines. We use lock jaws for both our ends and interior line posts, and we use tube insulators in a few specific areas, especially where we missed putting insulators on. They're a good fill-in later. So we turn everything on and off, our fence on and off with the remote anywhere we are. So if we're working on the fence with the remote, I can turn the fence on. It beeps to indicate that it is on, and it will turn off by pushing the off button. I can use this not only to turn the fence on and off, but also to locate faults anywhere in the system. So it'll give me a readout on the screen which direction a fault is in and how bad it is in amperes. And that's really good for troubleshooting. Without this, every time I would need to turn on and off the fence, I would have to go back up to the house, to the main energizer, and turn it off, turn it back on. It's a lot of walking back and forth. They are a few $100, and not every energizer system works with them, but they're well worth the investment in it if you have any size of fencing that you're dealing with.